Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. The shell is about 80-85% done. I'm right up to the front end, so I just need to get on with the front end now. Last video I done the modifications to the floor. A few bits of seam sealing, tidying up and stuff that I'll do when I get to that stage, but other than that, really pleased with the way it's going. If anything, I've not got enough time to do the things I want to do because I feel like I've got momentum and I just want to keep going and going and going, but obviously family life and all that stuff limits me. Anyway, to work on the front end, I've got to order a lot of new panels. I'll go over what panels I've got. I've also been tidying up the garage because I was tripping over things. To work on the front end, I'm going to need to get the car out, spin it around and bring it back in, so I've got a lot more room at this end. I need to wait on the rain stopping for that because it's just endless, and we know what happens with rain going on minis. So yeah, I'll wait on a break in the weather, get the shell out, get it spun around, come back, and then I'll start looking at the front end and we'll start progressing from there. But yeah, pleased with the progress so far. While I'm waiting on the rain stopping, I don't want to waste any time, so I've got stuff I could be getting on with in the meantime and stuff that I'm going to try and build that will help me with the stages to come. pause that there because the rain stopped, so I have to run between the next downpour and get Eleanor spun round. Just got him when it started raining. See this country in this weather. So it's just spun round, facing the other way. It gives me lots more room to work and a lot better access. I'm going to finish my little project here, and then I'm going to explain sort of the things that are coming next and what I'll be working on next. So it's a few days later after the last footage you've seen. The camera died, and I tried carrying on, and the welder ran out of gas. So I took that as a sign. Stop, walk away, and I did. Got more gas, finished this. I've done a bit of work to the car, which I'll show you in a little minute, and I'll be able to now get this in place where it's supposed to go. So off camera, this is what I've been doing. This is only bolted in at the moment, lined up with everything removed. The door is hung and bolted on, all the hinge panel underneath and the boxing plate has been done. The shut lines might need a little bit of work, especially around this bit here is the worst part. But I'm quite happy with it for not having shims and for not having all this in place yet. So it's better than what I was expecting, but yeah, it's going to need a little bit of work, more than the other side I think. But that's what I've been doing off camera. This is now in place doing its job. It's basically a platform to support the shell while I do the rest of the work. It'll help with the weight, trying things on in the short term, and as I go on it's going to help because obviously the front of the jig needs to come off the car for the panels I need to replace. So it was all measured, it's got padding on, the front part has got obviously fireproof padding in case there's any sparks from this end, and yeah, it's not the prettiest but it's solid and it's good for what I'm looking for. So I'm going to now tell you what my plan is going forward and what you can expect over the next few episodes. So off camera I've been quite busy the last week. I've dug the doors out of the shed and they were buried, believe me they were buried. I've taken the glass and the winder mechanism out. I've not covered that on camera for both of them because I've done that in a previous video for Ed. You can go back and watch that to see how that's done. It's basically a few bolts, wind the winder, manoeuvre the glass carefully, and yeah, that's it. I've left all the locks and everything on, as you'll see further down the line, just to give the doors a bit of weight. I didn't want too much weight because I don't want it putting strain on the hinge panel, and it also, when the car's on the jig, I don't want that, so it's kind of finding a balance in between. So yeah, I've done that. I've hung the doors. I had a slight worry because of all the work that's been done that, you know, there would be bits that were out and shell twisting and all that. I've been as thorough and as careful as I can, but you never know at the end of the day until you try these things out. So yeah, I'm pleased with them. The left hand side behind me here was a lot better. The other side needs a bit manoeuvring and playing about with shims and things like that, but a lot better and a big relief than I was hoping for, so yeah, really pleased. I've done a lot of the right hand side off camera. What I've done is I've fitted the hinge panel and the closing bracket, and I've hung the door and I've attached the inner wing just by bolts at the moment to line everything up and make sure it's where it should be. So now that side's done, I can start focusing on this side, and the plan for the front end and the plan for the videos going forward I'm going to start from here and work my way forward. Now it starts to get a bit tricky because obviously you've got a lot of panels lining each other up and you've got a lot supported by the jig, so kind of have to think methodically how can I do that by moving the jig and getting panels up so they line up, because it doesn't take much to get one panel throwing the rest off. So I've done that side, I'm reasonably happy with that at this stage. What I need to do here or next in the videos to come, I'm going to remove what's left of the rest of this inner wing. We'll see, this is already a patch here, but I'm quite intrigued to see how actually bad it is underneath compared to the other side. Yeah, so get that off. I then need to remove and refit the new hinge panel, making sure it all lines up, the boxing plate. I've got the inner wing to measure up to make sure it all lines up, and I've got the whole bulkhead panel, and I've got a scuttle, and then things like closing brackets and that, before I even look at outer wings, front ends and things like that. But the panels I've got here are enough to do me to get the car off the jig, and that's the main goal. I can't wait to get it back on subframes and back on wheels, and the other side obviously needs to be Gravitexed as well. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to break it down into videos going forward, so the next video that I'll show will be underneath here, fitting the new hinge panel and boxing plate, and how they'll go together and how I do it. So I'll end that one there. I appreciate there's not been much content, more of a kind of update and what I've done off camera, just to keep you updated, and I'll crack on with the restoration in the next video. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.